Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Your kindness, your generosity, your support of my channel has truly been amazing. I'll never take that for granted. A 58-year-old American who grew tired of the rat race and decided, you know what, I'm going to move to the Philippines in search of a new life. Well, I found that new life, and I want to share with you my boots on the ground experiences the only way I know how. That's by giving you the nitty-gritty, exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. The subject of my vlog today is tips for a great sex life during retirement in the Philippines. Now, I know whenever you mention sex in Philippines in the same sentence, people get nervous, but let me remind you guys that sex is natural. It's just as natural as breathing. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on the benefits of sex, of having it regularly. Well, today I'm going to talk about how to achieve that great sex life. Because just because we're retired and we're getting older, it doesn't mean that we don't deserve and cannot have a great sex life. I'm 58. My daughter was born when I was 57. And I tell you what, I mean, my sex drive is as high now as it was when I was in my 30s. But there's some things I had to do. There's some things I had to add to my lifestyle and some things I had to get rid of. And that's what I want to talk about today, you know, because there's nothing worse than being over here in paradise and unable to perform. What's the whole point of being in the land of pussycat dolls if you're going to run out of gas, if you're unable to perform and, you know, you're not 100%. So let's get started, you know, and I put a couple of links in the description for the articles that sort of back up what I'm saying, because this is stuff I did. I did my research and then I put it into practice because, guys, it's not going to help you unless you actually do it. And some of you guys are younger, you don't have this problem yet, but as you get older and you start experiencing, you know, the shutdowns, if you know what I mean, you're going to make some changes. All right, so the first thing I found that I had to do was get restful sleep at night, at least 7 to 10 hours, according to any study, and that's what I get. I usually, I'm in bed by 9, I'm asleep by 9:30. I usually get up somewhere around 5:36, somewhere like that, and it really has helped me. See, when I was at home, I wasn't able to do that because I was stressed, man. You know, did I have enough sales? You know, staying up late, getting my appointment schedules together, you know, dealing with the kids, you know, arguing with the wife. See, all that stuff attributed to me not being able to get good restful sleep at night. And it affected my sex drive and eventually caused me and my wife of 18 years to separate and eventually get a divorce. So a good restful sleep is very important, especially as you get older. You know, I feel better in the morning, man. You know, I'll tell you what, I always say this, man, I can do everything that a 30-year-old man can do except be 30 again. I can have sex at least 2 to 3 times a day if I wanted to, see? So a good restful sleep, and I know some of you all operate on less than that, and you know, whatever works for you, but I'm just telling you what works for me. I wasn't getting that over. I came over here. Now, man, I'm raring to go. If I wasn't making this video right now and, you know, we were at home, it would be on, man, trust me. But yeah, try to get some good restful sleep, man. Put that phone away, man. Cut the music off. It's completely black in my room at night, and it helps me sleep better. Number 2 is my diet, man. I had to tweak my diet over here. You know, I've lost 30 pounds of fat since I've been here, and I know some of the foods that have helped with my sex drive, of course, protein. You know, I eat egg yolks. I eat 3 boiled eggs for breakfast every day. I eat carbs. I eat certain fats because as I get older, see, I'm not trying to do those no carb diets and all that stuff. It's not good for me. I'm over 50 years old. It affects my sex drive, guys. You know, but I also eat oysters. You know, shellfish, non-dairy products, broccoli, cabbage, anything that's going to help kill that estrogen. It helps with my sex drive, but there's also some things I have to avoid alcohol and drugs, even if it's medical or recreational. I avoid them 100%. See, smoking. See, because as you get older, man, it's going to affect not only your health, but it's going to affect your sex drive, man. And when she's ready, there's nothing worse than when she's ready and you're not ready. So there's some things you're going to have to do to tweak your diet. The 3 is exercise. Studies have shown that all forms of exercise help with your sex drive, but there's 2 main exercises that do you the most good, and that's weightlifting and resistance training, and also the high intensity interval training, which is what I do. And if you want to go on my page, my channel, I've got 2 videos actually. One is on the beach, and then one is in Zamboanga City. And where I do these 8 exercises, I do as many reps as I can for 30 seconds, and I rest for 30 seconds in between and go on to the next one. I do at least 2 rounds of that every day, man. It really, really helps, guys. But get out, get active, man. Go walk and ride your bike, jogging, whatever you can do, any type of exercise, all right, that's going to get those dopamines flowing. It's very good for you, not just your sex drive, but just your lifestyle altogether. The next thing is a partner, the right partner. This is very, very important. Remember, I just told you that me and my wife, we eventually separated and divorced because it got to a point where we were not compatible anymore. I wasn't turning her on, she wasn't turning me on. She couldn't get my engine started, man. And so I thought coming over here something was wrong with me. It wouldn't, my engine wouldn't start. If it did, it was sputtering, backfiring, and sometimes it would just die. And I was like, man, look, I'm only 45 years old. What's going on with me? I was thinking about going to the doctor, but when I came over here, I figured out there was nothing wrong with me. I had the wrong partner. See, you're not gonna have a problem over here. These women are beautiful, they're sexy, and they're willing to try new things with you. And let's face it, man, they love sex. This is one of those societies where they don't talk about it a lot because religion plays a great part over here, but they have a lot of sex over here. All right, they're not going to talk about it, but it's evident when you come over here. Remember, one of those fun facts was this is the 13th most populated country in the world, and it's for a reason. All right, but get you the right partner, somebody that turns you on, that you feel comfortable with, that's willing to, get freaky, man, with you, man, and start your engine. See, but I'm gonna give you some bonuses too. I take 2 supplements. I take a vitamin D3 supplement, which really, really helps with my sex drive, and also that fish oil supplement. See, some of you guys are allergic to seafood, so I would try that fish oil supplement. Check with your doctor, of course, but I mean, it does wonders for me. Like I said, I'm 58. I don't care, man. I'm really in the best shape of my life. I don't care how old I was up until then, but I do that. But something else is probably going to surprise you. When you laugh a lot, you're happy, you're successful, that attributes to a greater sex drive, a greater sex life, man. Believe it or not. See, when we were stressed over there in our lives, in our old lifestyles, on our jobs and our relationships and everything, and you create that cortisol I was telling you about, man, that wreaks havoc on your sex drive, man. You can't do nothing, man. And what we're trying to do, remember, we're in our 50s, a lot of us, and older. We're in the silver and golden years of our life, man. We want to do everything on an optimal level. We want to get the maximum performance out of that. See, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing worse than being in the land of pussycat dolls, man, and your engine is dead. You need a new engine because they'll give you a tune-up over here, and it surely, surely works, man. So let's take this stuff for serious. A great sex life is part of a great life. It's nothing to be ashamed about, and you're not gonna be don't be over here in paradise, man, and you leave out that part of your life because it's natural. It's as natural as breathing. Whenever they put sex in the Philippines in the same sentence, people, oh, they get scared, they get shaky, it gets controversial. No, I'm going to stop you right there. This is a good thing, guys. So thank you so much for stopping by today. I really, really appreciate it. This is our last morning in Lackawanna Island. They'll be getting up after a while. We'll eat breakfast. Then we'll probably catch this boat right here. This is probably the boat we'll be catching right here. Back over to Cadiz City. Then we'll catch the series bus back to San Carlos. About a 3-hour ride. But yeah, we enjoyed ourselves. This is a really nice place. There's not many people up right now. It's early. It's about 6 a.m. A little bit after that. I'll give y'all a little view of this. There's nobody up right now. But in these things right here, they go all the way down. And also these right here, these cottages, there's people sleeping in there. Locals, they'll bring their tents. And that's a good way to do it. It's cheaper too, man, because this place, believe it or not, is very, very expensive, man. I was shocked. The room that we're in, like I said, it went up to 599 pesos, but you know, there's no restroom in the room. You have to use a public restroom, which they're clean, you know, and everything, good showers and everything. But the televisions don't work. But if you're talking about just being here, you know, you can't put a price on relaxation and stuff, guys. And that's what this place is for. But I probably won't be back. But I wouldn't knock you from coming over and trying it, man, because it's really, really a nice place. It's just so many other places to go that I know of, and some of you are only going to be here for a couple of weeks. So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and you see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. Even if it was drugs and alcohol that got them in the situation, guys. Come on. Once you give somebody some money, it's none of your business what they do with it after that. If you're in the Philippines, like I said, it's about 6 a.m. We got the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. There's no excuse, man. There's millions and millions of people. We're still on lockdown over here in the Philippines. People aren't working back to normal. Businesses aren't operating normally. See, the electronic community pantry that we started has been a great success because people need help over here. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.